Well, luckily today, Juuna'e, you're going to talk about how the people can make some more money in tech sales.
Right,
I
exactly.
I was looking at your background, and it's an interesting tagline: former Best Buy, former customer service, a couple different jobs here and there, got into course careers, and now you've been working in tech sales for nearly 5 months now. So why don't you take us back
Yeah.
maybe 6, 8 months ago when you were in that range where you're like, okay, what am I doing? How do I find a more stable career path going forward?
So that's the thing. So Best Buy was a little further back. I actually got my master's degree in marriage and family therapy or clinical psychology. And so that's what I was doing before. And then my family started a food truck business. And so I helped my dad,
Wow.
my mom, like kind of get that off the ground. It was a family business. And then here comes the pandemic, like good old COVID, right? So once that happened, it was a struggle. It was hard. And so I had to figure out and decide, am I going to go back into therapy to be a therapist, or am I going to do something different? And personally, like you said, about 6 to 8 months ago, just last summer, I was in a place of not wanting to go back into therapy, not because I didn't like it, because I loved meeting with my clients. It was just more so I didn't like the documentation. And then I felt like it was very chill and laid back. And I'm a very competitive person. Like I have an athletic background. I've been playing softball since I was 5. I played college ball, and I'm just very competitive. And I felt like being a therapist was meeting my needs as far as like wanting to love people. But I was like, there's a huge part of me that's missing. Like I miss sports. I miss being competitive, that drive, you know, that go-getter mentality. And you don't have that as a therapist. It's not really required. So yeah, that's kind of the space that I was in, trying to figure out what my next move was going to be. And I decided, I actually came across, well, not came across Cyrus. Me and Cyrus actually go back. We were both spoken word artists back in like the church and ministry spaces. So we knew each other prior to him being in tech sales. And then I came across the fact that he was just in tech, and that's how I even heard about the tech industry in the first place. And from there, it was just I did my research and got involved. So
That's really unique because your background, having a master's degree, that basically sets you up and quote unquote qualifies you to do a lot of different things. But with no
yeah,
traditional sales background, feeling like, hey, this career path, stable, being a counselor, making a great impact, speaking with folks, but maybe too much admin work. I'm not able to scratch that itch of wanting to compete and just
yeah.
strive for more, maybe, and maybe get paid based on producing. And that's what sales is all about.